3D rectangular arrays. So in a rectangular array, we can specify the number of rows and columns and the number of levels, which is the third dimension in the z direction. So here we have 2 floors of a building and we have an architectural column. We can now array this on both floors. So we're going to go up and we're going to go to the Modify tab. We're going to go to Rectangular Array. We're going to select the item. We're going to select the architectural column. We're going to say Enter. And you notice right away I get a grouping of these things. And up on top it gives me my array creation ribbon bar. And up here I can determine the number of columns and rows. And note that I'm making it associative. That's turned on because it's blue. Associative means we can control or edit those types of columns once they're made. So I'm going to come in and say, well, I want to go with, say, 6 columns, and I want to go with 4 rows. And I also want to change the distance in between them. I'm going to go with 10, and I want to go with 10. And notice it's dynamically updating on the fly. It's like, oh, okay. And so, alright, that looks good. But notice now, let's go to 2 levels. And once I go to 2 levels, let me zoom down here, and you can see I'm on 2 different levels here. And I said, okay, but how high do I want them to be here? So in between, I'm going to go with, let's see, let's try 10 feet, I believe. Boink. Now they all come down and sit on the surface, and I am going to close the array, and let's take a little spin around here. And you can see my columns. Alright. And you can say, well, geez, I don't have any, it's kind of cantilevered out there a little bit. Maybe we need to fix that. Alright. Now, I can pick on these arrays, and I come in here and I say, oh, I could go with 5 columns, right? 5 rows rather. And boom, it kicked out the row out there, but it's hanging off the edge. So I can say, I really want it to go a total of, say, 39. And it will adjust the number. And actually, we want to go to about 38, I believe. And it'll adjust the number. Okay, and I can close that array. And now I can go along and say, looks much better now. So my arrays are associative, meaning I could edit them. So at any time I can just pick on them, change any of the values I want. I could actually go into all kinds of options in which I could replace these with a different column, or I could, edit the column, etc. So I just close the array, and this is a very handy tool for making 3D rectangular arrays.